all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Brought to you by Global, India's premier insurance broker.
Good morning. This is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint, and I'm Alex Matthew. Here's everything you need to know at the start of the last day of 2018. A visit to the fuel station today will likely be lighter on your pocket. On Sunday, prices of petrol were cut by 22 paise per litre to their lowest level in 2018, while diesel rates were reduced by 23 paise to a 9-month low. In the capital, petrol now stands at just over 69 rupees, while diesel is at 63.3 rupees a litre. The main reason for this, as you probably know, is the fall in global crude oil prices. Brent crude, having threatened to head towards $100 a barrel just a few months back, was at $53 to a barrel last I checked. Now, the Reserve Bank of India has said that recoveries and resolutions improved in the year ended March 2018, primarily because of the evolution of the new bankruptcy law and individual efforts of banks. In fact, Indian banks, mainly public sector banks, were able to reduce stressed assets even as the RBI laid down stricter timelines for initiating insolvency proceedings. For public sector banks, the share of loans where repayments were pending for less than 30 days from the due date fell to 6.1% of total gross loans as of September from 9.5% in March, according to an RBI report. Total gross non-performing assets of private sector banks, meanwhile, declined to 7% as of September from 7.9% in March, and accounts under the stressed asset categories also fell. On to other news in the regulatory space. The Securities and Exchange Board of India is planning to beef up its market surveillance system as well as its tool for speedy analysis of trade data, which identifies possible violations such as insider trading, share price manipulation, and front-running. To this end, it has invited applications from interested companies to provide information technology services for the maintenance of its integrated market surveillance system, data warehousing, and business intelligence system. The government plans to rope in professionals for top positions at the national carrier through a global search process as part of its efforts to revive the airline. That's according to Civil Aviation Minister Suresh Prabhu. In international news, President Donald Trump has reported what he called big progress in trade talks with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping. The two presidents spoke at length by telephone on Saturday, with each expressing satisfaction with the trade talks initiated after their meeting earlier this month in Argentina. Trump said in a tweet that negotiations were moving along very well toward a comprehensive deal, while Chinese state media said that Xi believed both sides wanted stable progress. Meanwhile, in updates we've received this morning, China's Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, or PMI, has come in at 49.4 in December, lower than the predicted reading of 50. A reading above 50, remember, indicates an expansion in manufacturing activity, while a reading below 50 is a sign of a contraction. In international markets, US stocks ended the week marginally negative last week, with all three major averages losing ground. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq declined by about 3 points each, while the Dow fell 0.3%. Trading will be light in Asia today, with several markets shut, but we'll get you more updates as we receive them. It's now over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Good morning, Darshan. How are we looking on the last trading day of 2018?
Hi Alex, good morning everyone. Yes Alex, it looks good at this point of time because if you're looking at the entire year in totality, I think we are one of the very few global indices to end with a positive bias for the entire year in local currency terms, of course. But if you're looking at trade today, the US markets ended muted on Friday. Europe did finally play catch up and there was a rally there because they were shut for a couple of days last week. Japan and China are shut today. The SGX is muted at this point of time, but nevertheless with a positive bias. It's the second day of gains for crude. Commodities, we saw lead and tin move up by 1% and zinc was down almost 2%. In terms of stocks that you need to watch out for, IDBI Bank has allotted 239 crore shares via a preferential issue to LIC at a price of 60.73, and this is part of the ongoing acquisition of a 51% controlling stake by LIC in IDBI Bank. Cadila Healthcare gets the US FDA final nod to sell an anti-acne medication. The drug will be made in the Ahmedabad facility. Aavas Financiers gets fresh refinance assistance of 500 crores from NHB. The company says that this refinance will strengthen the liquidity position of the company and provide a strong boost to retail home loan activities in semi-urban and rural areas. JK Cement approves QIP issue at 695.8 per share, which is a discount of 5%. Credit Access Grameen completes the direct assignment transaction of 177 crores. With this transaction, the company has completed 5 securitization transactions and 2 direct assignment transactions totaling to 910 crores in the fiscal. Manali Petrochem clarifies there is no strike or lockout in the plant at this point of time. Infibeam terminates the proposed acquisition in the entire stake of Unicommerce as the conditions were not met. Asian Granito promoter and MD was arrested by the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence in a case relating to amount of 3.5 crores. Currently, Mukesh Patel is out on bail, and NLC commissions 1,000 megawatts of thermal power plant. In terms of bulk deals, Franklin Templeton Mutual Fund acquired 2.06% stake in Sanghi Industry. Max Life and Nomura were the sellers. UBS maintains a sell on JSW Energy. They believe that the cooling spot prices bring back the portfolio risk to the forefront, and spot rates have declined to 3.3 and in December, which should remain benign in the near term. Phillip Capital is bullish on NCC. They see a target of 145, which means a 73% upside. They believe that the stock will catch up to the strong fundamentals, and the strong order inflow and the order book is there despite the slowdown in road and metro segment, and the subsidiary performance till now has been a big positive. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you'll be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. And thank you all for listening in. Enjoy the end of the year, but do it responsibly. From all of us here at Bloomberg Quint, here's wishing you a very happy new year in advance. We'll speak to you again tomorrow. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a lovely day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.